Hey, I don't know if you're using the new create function in Copilot, which is very powerful to create images, but I use this new feature to design an infographic, and I use it to summarize a deck. So I was wondering, is it possible to take a deck and ask him to make it a nice infographic so I don't have to just share the deck and people going through the long deck, boring deck? Obviously, it has some limitations, but let's try to do that. So here I'm just going to create an infographic reflecting what is in the deck, and I'm going to add a file. You can navigate. So I'm going to try to find a file, the code of conduct for created. I guess this is the one. What is nice, you can use your brand and color, so it will respect all the time your organization branding. You can define the size, and I didn't play with that goals and list, but let's try this. So it's a way to simplify the communication. Probably you're going to share the deck, but you can, for example, create infographic to summarize some of the stuff that you want to share in your either in a center of excellence team or a champions team, so you can share from time to time important things. And here it is. It comes back with different layout. So you pick the one you like. Unfortunately, maybe I can change the description. I didn't play too much with that to have a different layout, but here I have full different layout, and you can obviously change that. So I'm gonna try to edit this one, so you can edit it, and you can modify the image. You know, if there's things you don't like, you can get rid of them. So for example, I don't like this or this or this or this, and I have in my media, I have uploaded a Copilot logo, so I'm gonna put it here. Maybe I'm gonna make it smaller, and you can play, you can remove the background and stuff like that. And this is pretty simple, straightforward. I like the icons, and it extracted some text from my code of conduct. Then I can copy it, I can download it. So I'm gonna download it. So you can see the final result. And I'm gonna open the file. And simple like that, I have an infographic summarizing my deck. You know, there's way more in my deck, but it's pretty impressive what you can do. And I thought, you know, I was going to share this idea of, you know, taking a deck and ask an infographic. It's not going to summarize, or because if there's too much content, it's not going to reflect all the content. But here it's doing a very good job of, you know, what is a code of conduct with the four main ideas, in fact. And I could have asked, you know, to summarize the deck with a special angle, whatever it is. You need to know that, you know, they're not going to have a lot of information in the infographic. It's not very, very detailed infographic. But this is doing a very good job that can be very useful just for communication purpose. Hope this was insightful.